All right. Welcome everybody to the stream and the channel. I'm gonna let you guys file in as we are doing a quick pack opening. I shouldn't even say quick because I want to have a discussion with you guys about. There's a few things to talk about here with the new packs dropping and so on and so forth. Full disclosure, I'm enjoying my team very much, but I play my team at my own pace in my own way. I'm doing obviously the content with you guys, which I love. It's a lot of fun. Breaking down cards, which I really enjoy, you know, and even the pack openings, which for myself, I don't like spending a single penny on the game, but for content, I love. Like honestly, I love doing pack openings with you guys. You know, it's content I really enjoy. Whether I get something or very much right now, I'll probably get nothing. I will probably get nothing, but I enjoy it. I enjoy all of that with you guys. However, that I know that my experience is not the experience that everybody's having. Everybody's not running a YouTube channel. Everybody's not breaking down cards. What's up, Brandon Bowles? What's up, SPAC? I'm glad you guys are here because I definitely want you guys to participate in the discussion. You know, I wanna see you guys get in here and hear what y'all have to say regarding the issues of my team right now, the current state of my team. So I'm not gonna start the pack open until we get a few more people in here. If we get a few more heads in here, but so the issue right now with the game that a lot of people are talking about is power creep, right? Now, even though I do think power creep is an issue, I don't think that this pack was necessarily evidence of power creep, but this pack was evidence of something else, right? So the main issue with this pack that would highlight all of this, because I actually have no real problem with Kevin Durant. I have no problem with KD being what he is, except for maybe the 95 speed is a little out of control, but he's shorter than he's supposed to be too. So that KD card is one of the least worst offenders out there. But this guy right here, on the other hand, is a fine example of what the problem with power creep in 2K, right? Because it's not just that there is power creep, because if there's going to be power creep eventually, at some point the game is, I'm not going to say become unplayable, I think that's a little dramatic, but it'll become a different game than you played at the beginning of the year, and most importantly, is it a worse game, right? So the thing I look at is, with this game, it's like, there's a way to play this game where it's a lot of fun. And when we play with our friends, what we like to do is figure out a theme of the lineup, whether it be 90 overall or, you know, one-man army where it's like Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan, but everybody else has to be, you know, an amethyst or below or something like that. And it creates balanced lineups, which creates matchups and decisions and choices to be made, right? One of the great things, in fact, the only position in this whole game that's like that is center. That's the only position where you have to make a choice. There are no choices to be made with positions 1 through 4. Spoiler alert, the best players at positions 1 are, well, really it's LeBron James, and then after that you have to make a decision coming off the bench between basically Dwayne Wade and Magic Johnson. If you're playing anybody besides those 3 cards, it is my very strong opinion that you are playing an inferior character, right? So at the 2, we know who it is. It's MJ, it's Kawhi, it's Vince, it's Brandon Roy, it's Dwayne Wade. All of those cards are at the very top. It's Tracy McGrady, who's probably number 1. Like, it's probably still Tracy McGrady at number 1. And at the 3, now we have this new KD. I do think that there are other cards that are there. And then at the 4, you've got Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo, right? So it's like the reason there's no choices to be made 1 through 4 is because all of the cards do all of the same things. And that's why I highlight this Russell Westbrook with the power creep issue. Because the thing about that makes a Westbrook card special is just like in real life, where it's like, can this guy continually get to the basket? And if I dare him to shoot, how many times can I dare him to shoot and have him beat me? But if he has Hall of Fame range extender, right, then he just makes. Do I still have him? No, I already sold my Steve Nash. But even Chauncey Billups, he makes Chauncey Billups completely irrelevant. If Chauncey Billups can't shoot better than Russell Westbrook, then Chauncey Billups is irrelevant because Russell Westbrook is the overall most athletic point guard of all time, right? So what are we talking about here? You know? Like, Russell Westbrook has everything Chauncey has, except he's 10 times the athlete that he has. And if you give him the same shooting, which is quick draw and Hall of Fame range extender, both Hall of Fame, then what happens is that you guys know the saying, styles make fights, right? If you don't give these guys different styles, then we don't have any styles for our matchups. Everybody's running what we call in the fighting game community mirror matches all the way through. And Russell Westbrook, similar to the joke we always talk about is Bill Russell. Well, you gave Bill Russell a 3, so now it doesn't matter what you do, right? It's the same thing with Russell Westbrook. Giving Russell Westbrook range extender, it's not about realism, right? Because you can have an unrealistic Westbrook that still sticks to the most Westbrook parts of it, right? You can have an unrealistic, even Steve Nash, like his speed is unrealistic, but as long as he can't dunk, as long as you don't make him 6'6", even in an unrealistic, MyTeam world, that's still the Steve Nash version of that, right? But when you start giving cards literally everything, here's the biggest problem with all of this, guys. The only way to make these cards better is to make them taller. That's the only way to improve on Russell Westbrook. That's why I think LeBron James is so important. Because he's the first of the stupid cards. He plays point guard, he's 6'8", he's max speed, he's got all of the defensive and offensive badges, he's got all of the playmaking badges, and he's got gold range extender and a phenomenal dunk package. Okay, so you got one. When they release the second one, all of these 6'3" cards are 100% irrelevant. Like 100% irrelevant. I think at the 2 guard you can play a little smaller because you don't have that mismatch, the ball's not in their hands and so on and so forth. So that's my main thing with what's going on. So I'm really curious what you guys think about that issue. But until we get more people in the chat, I'll ask more people about it. And I think that's the biggest problem with the power creep right now is that it eliminates styles. Choosing between Russell Westbrook and Steve Nash should be a choice of style, not just power, right? Same thing between, Russell Westbrook and Rondo. It should be about style, not power. You should be picking a different preferred method of play. If I see somebody using Westbrook, I should be thinking, okay, how am I going to stop this guy from going to the basket? Not, oh, so this is, the new version of the overpowered Derrick Rose card. You know what I mean? It's not about style. It's just about giving every card everything. So that's where it is right now, fellas. And this isn't really a complaint. It's more just highlighting the issue because it doesn't really affect me. Like, if I was trying to play this game to have a good time, there's many ways I could do it. Like I said, breaking down the cards, I'm thrilled breaking down the cards. I'm having a good old time breaking down the cards. I still love Triple Threat Online. In fact, I enjoy the overpowered cards in Triple Threat because it's more arcadey. It's more of a park mode. But for MyTeam Unlimited, it's really a bad thing for Unlimited because there's only so much space on the court. So the taller and taller you make these characters, the harder and harder the game gets to play, especially since one of 2K's biggest problems is that on defense, it's too easy to steal the ball in the passing lanes. Whether you do a lob or a bounce pass, people don't have to make a choice, right? They just press steal at the same time that you pass it or even before you pass it. And the ball magnetizes to the player's hands. There's not like different pass speeds and all that stuff to like trick your opponent. It's not like if you pass fake and your opponent goes for the steal, like they fly out of the way. So the passing lane problem becomes worse and worse the bigger and faster the players get. But because they've literally thrown every single Hall of Fame badge on some of these cards, the only way to make them better is to make them taller and faster. And that's what I told you guys like a month ago. That's why I said I'm looking out for Porzingis and LeBron. Because those are the 2 guys that at their position, 2K can just go crazy with. Yeah, and so Brandon Bowles is saying it's all about money and complaints. 2K wants to make money. They have to make OP cards, otherwise people complain, especially streamers. Well, my thing with that is OP cards is one thing, right? But it's how you make them OP. You know, so it's one thing to give a guy, and this is a problem with the shooting this year, because I'm not going to say shooting ratings don't matter. Shooting ratings definitely matter, but they don't matter the same way that dunk ratings matter. And this has been my problem all year with 2K. I don't have an issue with the fact that you have to have good timing to make jumpers. My problem is you have to have the same level of good timing with a 99 rated three-point shooter as you do with a 75 rated three-point shooter. And that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel right in the game, right? Like, it doesn't feel good to have a really OP shooter and miss 3 full whites with them. You don't get the same problem with a dunker. They dunk it every time, you know, and I think that throws the archetypes off. I think once a card goes above, say, a 94 three-pointer, you should have a significantly easier time hitting threes with the card, and it should become a priority to not allow that card to be open. And I feel the same way about Rec Center and Pro-Am, but the trade-off would be don't give those same cards all of the athleticism, all of the dunking, all of the defense, right? You have your guys like Clay, who's an OP shooter and an OP defender, but he can't dribble the ball without the ball hitting the shoelaces. Then you've got the guys like Bruce Bowen, who's an OP defender and an OP shooter, but he can't shoot from that far away, and he's not a dribbler, right? You got your Jimmy Butlers, who's not an OP shooter, but he's an OP defender. He's got a better ball handle. He's a better creator. You know what I mean? So it's like they haven't gone that route with it, and we're so early in the year. I'm really curious to see. It's not about whether or not they can make the cards better. I do think that some cards are at their limit already. I think at the 2-guard position, we've been at our limit pretty much for a while. I said Kobe's a perfect card. Just all you have to do is make him 99 speed. Once you make him 99 speed, the only way to improve on Kobe is to juice taller guards, because Kobe was one of the first cards to like literally have everything, including OP animations. You know, now we've reached that point with pretty much everybody. Yeah, and that's been my thing with people getting super excited about these cards. Like I said, I open these packs because it's fun, and Westbrook is coming down lovely, fantastic. So we'll definitely get Westbrook at some point. So just think about this, right? When this was Derrick Rose, he was like, I mean, all of the MT. But because Westbrook is 6'3", it doesn't matter how great his shooting is, how great his animations are, how great his dunking is. You just know at the end of the day, you know, how many Hall of Fame badges they give him. You know at the end of the day, well, he's not LeBron James, so he's going to come down to buyout like immediately. You know what I mean? And this is a card that even with 76k MT, I can probably pull off of a snipe. And honestly, that was why that's like evidence number one that I'm honestly doing this for you guys, because the only reason to pull from packs is to get KD. Everything else you can just buy on the market. And let's look at that for a second, right? So we all know KD is super strong, but here's something I want to show you guys just to drive this point home. So Kevin Durant, like I said, I have no problem with Kevin Durant being, wow, he's super cheap now. Ooh, this card is cheap. I definitely recommend picking up this card. So Kevin Durant, we know he's one of the greatest players of all time. He's a total freak of nature from a skill standpoint and physically, right? But look at Antoine Walker. Antoine Walker is a solid player in NBA history, right? I think he's made a couple All-Star games. He was a good role player on the championship Heat. Cool. So for that, they gave him a 92 three-pointer, 95 mid-range, 86 ball handle, 88 speed, right? 88 perimeter defense, 85 vert, 88 lateral quickness on a 6'8" guy with gold range extender, clamps, gold quick first step, gold quick draw, and everything else. Right? Like, that's crazy. Like, this card, realistically, this card is only slightly worse than KD. He's way less expensive. Right? And I'm not saying KD's not a better card, but this card isn't that much worse than KD because they were juicing cards so early. We should have been waiting all year for KD. You know another card we could look at? And even though I hate his jump shot, when you look at the stats, people are so excited about this KD card like it's something they've never seen before. But look at this guy. 6'8", 1 inch shorter. Now, he doesn't have KD's wingspan, but again, 93 3-point, 95 driving dunk, 97 ball handle. The interior defense, 85, is actually better than KD. 90 perimeter defense. 96 speed, 93 lateral quickness. This is a card we got over a month ago. You know? Hall of Fame range extender. Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame quick first step. People are looking at KD like he's unlike any card we've ever seen before. Like he's just super overpowered. He's not super overpowered. He's not the power creep. This is the power creep. The power creep is that Melo, if Melo had a better release, the KD card would be a complete waste of MT. Like seriously, it's literally just that. If the Melo card had a better release, and that's just luck. That's not anything 2K did on purpose. That's not like the genius of their balancing. That's just Melo just has a weird release that some people, yours truly, finds hard to consistently green with, as opposed to the Jimmy Butlers and Kawhis, and I'm imagining the Kevin Durant's and stuff like that. You said, how is Adebayo so hyped without quick first step? He's not going by anybody. Yeah, you're missing a lot about Bam. So I'll show you real quick. So Bam is an animation demon, right? So I'll show you just a few things about Bam Adebayo that make him quite ridiculous. So first of all, understand that Bam is 6'10". He's got all of the ridiculous badges in the world. He's a completely ridiculous athlete. He's got a great release, range extender, all that stuff, right? So in the full court, Bam's ridiculous animation is his crossover behind the back is glitched, you see? So, and actually most people probably don't even know that. But he's a 6'10". Keep in mind, he's 6'10". And his crossover, like if I do his crossover regularly, look at the speed of his crossover. Right? That's his crossover. So if I do his crossover behind the back and I let the animation play out, this is how it looks. Right? But if I cancel his crossover into his behind the back, this is how it looks. And look at how much he jumps forward when he does that. You see that? So already, that makes him somewhat of a monster. Another thing Bam does, I did an entire video on this, is Bam can cancel. Well, Bam has a really good step back. It creates a lot of space. First of all, that's all you need, right? That can combo out of a lot of things. It can combo out of his left trigger hesitation. You see? That's hard to defend on a 6'10" player because the taller you are, the harder it is to contest your shot, right? So when you tap left trigger when you're running and you do that on a 6'10", that's very, very difficult to get out on. And because of the fact that he's got good ball handle, he explodes out of that immediately, and he has OP dunk animations that start from the three-point line. So if you do get out on this, he can literally immediately dive directly to the basket. He can do the same thing out of a post hop. He can cancel his post fade into that double hop backwards out of the post, which again, you're kind of locked into the post defense when you're over here. I don't even think it's possible to guard this. Like, I don't know if you can move your character to do that, even if you know that he's going to do it. And then on top of that, he has all of the momentum dribbles out of that, and you don't need quick first step. You can put quick first step on that character. It doesn't really affect you when you do the momentum dribble like that, right? So you do that with Bam, and you're going to keep going, right? Like, yeah, quick first step would make that a little faster, but again, keep in mind he's a 6'10" that's going to be sliding off of people, and he's got silly animations like that. So it's not like a point guard where you have to blow by somebody in the same kind of way. Bam is literally starting his attack as soon as he gets through the three-point line. You know, so I started that dunk animation as soon as his sneakers crossed the three-point line. So that's one of the many reasons that Bam is so strong. That's not taking into account his defense and, of course, the fact that he has a fantastic shot release. And if you play him at the 4, it's just an overall excellent player. If you play him at the 5, he has advantages at that matchup. And that's the other thing. If you run this card at the 5 and you run 5 out with him, the other center has no chance of guarding him unless they're running Giannis. Like, maybe Bill Russell, only the undersized centers can guard him, right? So you can pull a Houston Rockets and play a big center off the floor with this card. I actually think he's even more overpowered than people think he is, to be totally honest with you. He's got a busted Giannis-style hop step. The card is just literally everything you could hope for. And I think he's very quickly become underrated. Like, people were very hyped about him at All-Star Weekend, but his value on the market is down. And because he's not a 5 the way people want him to be, I think people are underestimating how good he is at the 4. But he is basically perfect. And it goes into my point, though. Like, the only way to improve Bam is to just give him some better animations. And he already has great animations. But if you give him even more OP animations, that can make him a little better. But you don't really need it because he has all the tools he needs. He has an elite step back. He has a great left trigger hezzy, like good timing on it. His step back combo is beautifully out of it. He performs that same step back out of the post, and he's combining that with OP dunk animations and what you could call an OP shot release. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, so let's go on and get to this pack opening. I've ranted enough. I'm curious you guys' feedback about all of that stuff. I do think there's a little bit of... To me, it's like there's a lot of whining going on because this has been the case for months now. Like, you know, it's like somebody has a leak and they only call the plumber when it's a flood. Like, you've known about this power creep for a long time. Don't throw your controllers now that KD is out. KD is innocent. He's just a regular old KD card. And Russell Westbrook is undersized. So even though he shouldn't have the stuff that he has, he's not changing the game in any way. The only thing that Russell Westbrook does is Russell devalues the market. That's the main thing. All right, so we're gonna do what we always have done. Is first we're gonna pull this single to warm up. Come on, chat. Oh my God, what is this? We starting out like that? We starting out like that? Oh man, I hope this is LaMarcus Aldridge. Or is it a Series 2 card? Nets, Diamond, Small. Did they give me another Durant? Are you kidding me right now? Are you joking me, 2K? Are you joking me? Alright. Alright. Hardy har har. Jokes on books. It's Kevin Durant, but it's Diamond Kevin Durant that you already have, by the way. Okay. I complain. I wouldn't even say I complain. I'm discussing the issues. Like I said, for me, it doesn't really affect me because I can get fun games in this game with my friends. So, yeah, it actually, like this stuff, it doesn't bother me because I've known about the issues in 2K leading up to this for a while, you know? So it doesn't surprise me at all. What's up, Sir Jam? Yeah, so Render says the oversaturation of good and great cards is getting a little frustrating. Still a blast, but it's getting overwhelming. I totally agree. Like, the good thing about it is anybody can make a really great deck right now. Don't let the Galaxy Opals fool you. You can fill out your deck of only diamonds and amethysts and have a very, very competitive team. And quite frankly, I think the low overall is the way to go. My only complaint in that realm with 2K is I wish the matchmaking was tighter. You know, if the matchmaking was really tight, then you could just do that, you know? All right, let's see. So, I mean, we did pull a diamond off our first pack. It was just a Series 2 diamond, so it was trash. Let's see if we can get something else. We got a Ruby. I don't know why you shaking around like that, you Ruby. Is that Jeff Green? It is Jeff Green. Fantastic. We will do our Jeff Green deep dive. I'm glad I didn't waste my MT. Oh, we got an amethyst. Do you think? Oh, wow. This is kind of a box right here. All right. Who's this? Is this a? All right. It's not a ball. Is this a Reggie? No. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's Joel Embiid. Okay. I'll take it. This is actually a solid card. This is actually a solid card. I ain't mad yet. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Nothing in this one. I expect nothing for the next few because we got a diamond, a prime card, and an amethyst. So you know 2K's probably done dried up the rest of this box. Yeah, the fact that you can go low overall and get matched up with the God Squad is really... that's a bad look. I'm surprised the community doesn't rage about that more than anything else. Because honestly, that kind of solves it. So Vincent Grenier, yo, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Yo, Chanel Martin, welcome to the chat. Vincent Grenier says, feels like they're burning through content, and now the end game is basically clones of what we've already gotten, except they can play cheese positions. I 100% agree. I 100% agree. That is exactly what it feels like. Queue times would be crazy long, but at the same time, it's like, do I have space? I do have space. Oh no, can I not? Oh, why is this so bad with the contract cards? This is the most annoying part of buying packs, is because I'm not wasting contracts. I'm sorry. I refuse. I refuse to waste contracts. He said they long now, Brandon Bowles. Yeah, I think, but see, most games give you an option to be like, you know what? I'll take the longer queue time for, let's open up a single. I'll take the longer queue time for a more fair match. And that should just be the option, you know? Oh, we got an Amy. Ooh, is this it might be a ball. Yeah, what I say? I know you, 2K. We're going to quick sell you because he's going for 1,000. We'll send you to the auction house. Oh, I do not have space in my auctions for this. I'll just quick sell it. All right. Let's see here. What y'all think? Another single, or you said is the Reggie Jackson has crazy long arms and the animations aren't bad. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get one so I don't have to spend MT on him, because I'd rather, if anything, just spend the MT on Russ and get everybody except KD after 2K stiffs me. Single or a 10 box? What y'all think? One more single or a 10 box? I need the feedback from the chat. Yeah, Render, I agree. And the other thing is, I don't think the new cards are always better. I've been ranting and rambling about this for a while, but I think that new Kawhi Leonard is super overrated. Like, I think he's a great card, don't get me wrong, but people think he's twice as good as the old Kawhi. He's almost exactly the same card, except he has a few better badges and he can't play 2-guard. If you were having struggles on defense and shooting with the old Kawhi, the new Kawhi ain't going to help you. And I think, frankly, if that was happening, you're lying, because the old Kawhi was super great. He was instantly at the top of the meta, and he's still at the top of the meta. I think he's even more at the top of the meta because you can play him next to KD at the 3 and play a taller lineup, and taller is always better if you can do it. 10 for the culture? You said, but singles are better? I don't know. You said singles are better, man. Let's do one more single. Vincent, you said, oh, we got a diamond. We got a diamond. Oh, man, I'm going to have to stick with these singles, man. You said the new Kawhi, he feels a lot more comfortable shooting from deep. Well, I played with the old Kawhi, and I had no problem. I felt like he had one of the easiest releases in the game. All right, let's see what we doing. Is this LaMarcus? It sure is. All right. Oh, no, that's not LaMarcus. Wait, diamond. Man, y'all got me hyped. Who this? It's some rotten Dame. It's a rotten Damian Lillard. Well, that hurt my feelings tremendously. That wounded me. They got me high. They hit me with the head fake. We're gonna start applying these contracts to players. Yeah, I try to put my contracts on players that I can't trade, because I save the diamond contracts for players that I can put back out on the market. Put them back on the corner, make daddy some money. Yeah, man, the current two troll cards, man. I don't like it. I might open two more singles. I have to say though, it's been a good pack opening in terms of just the ranks of the cards. I haven't gotten anything I wanted except for Jeff Green, but uh, can I send these to my auctions? I don't have space. I'm one of those people that don't have space in their auctions now. Wow. All right, well this is cool. We'll get enough contracts on Roy that we don't have to worry about him. Uh, oh yeah, I can also throw contracts on AD. Let's see, who else would I want contracts on? Jimmy could use some contracts. I put diamond contracts on everybody, so usually I don't really need. You know what? Bam, too. You get a contract. All right. All right, let's see. I mean, these have been pretty good. I'm gonna go into if I'm gonna wait till I get two singles that don't give me nothing. Then we'll switch to a 10 box. All right, that's one single that didn't give me nothing. Who we gonna put this on? Yeah, CB3 is a lot of fun. I actually would really love to play that card. I would like to. Oh my God, Jeremy Lin is out of contracts. They're all going to Jeremy Lin. What am I doing? All right, so that's one single with nothing. I think Jamal Murray's really great. I really do. Like you said, I wish his defense was a little better. But overall, definitely feeling Jamal Murray. I'm actually glad I still have that card, to be honest with you. Apply to player, Jeremy Lin. But Render, I think you have the right idea, man. Play what you enjoy, and because the thing is, it's your job to have fun in the mode. You know, it's not your job to chase the meta and all of that stuff. Have I used Diamond KD? Does he have any good animations? Yes, actually. Well, the Diamond KD I have used, and he does have a very unique set of animations, which we will likely have to rely on the Diamond KD because this pink diamond is almost definitely not going to show up. Or is it Galaxy Opal? The Galaxy Opal's not going to show up. I don't even have my hopes up for that. That would be just a little too much. Alright, I think this is going to be the last single before the 10 box. The singles have dried up, guys. Alright. I'm scared to hit this tenor, man. This looks like a lot of heartbreak, y'all. Looks like a lot of heartbreak. Like a lot of heartbreak. Alright, well, at least we got Jeff. Oh, we got an Opal. Hopefully this can be Reggie, man. Give me... Oh, my God, another ball. Come on with the balls. Another Jeff Green? Wow. 2K just rubbing my nose in it now. He said, you started the stream complaining? Suffer our wrath. Although, again, for me, it's not even really complaining. For me, it's really just talking about what they've done. You know? The fact of the matter is... Yeah, that next Pascal Siakam is going to be a monster. It's funny. That's actually a great point. I'm glad you said that about Siakam. Because if you played the old Pascal Siakam... How could you go too crazy over this KD knowing that fool is on the way? I'm, again, not saying that KD's not great. He's great. Wow, this box was nothing. This box was nothing. Oof, that stings. Ooh, and that's playbook. Yes. I want to sell something else. What can I sell? Oh, these coaches. Yeah, get out of here. Damian Siakam's totally still playable. If he had range extender, I wouldn't even say I would say he's more than playable. I would say he's more than playable if he had range extender. But yeah, he's still playable, definitely. I totally agree with that. Oh, I sold that by accident. Dang it. That was like a decent amount of MT I just lost. Is there anything we need to put on auction? Or we can sell all of this. I'm definitely not selling these contracts. We will sit here and apply each and every one of these to the players. So now that all of y'all are in here, so what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream was basically they've gotten themselves to a point where they don't know what to do with the cards anymore, right? Like the cards are so strong, they're literally just putting every single badge on every player. That's what we're getting. Russell Westbrook has Hall of Fame range extender. Kevin Durant has Hall of Fame intimidator. Like it's just every badge on every player. So now that every player, you can make a lineup where everybody has all of the best badges in the game. And the other badges, I'm not going to say they don't matter at all, but the key ones are Rebound Chaser, Clamps, Intimidator, Quick First Step, Ankle Breaker, Dimer, Floor General, obviously Quick Draw, and Range Extender. And Green Machine. That's it. Those are the only badges that really matter. If you have those badges and you have no other badges, 99% of it doesn't matter. And you know, so now that they're releasing players that have all of those badges, what are we really talking about now? Like what can you do? Where can you go from here? And the worst part is the only place you really can go is to make the players taller. And the thing that really sucks about that is like that makes the game worse. Tall players make the game worse because it shrinks the passing lanes, and it also makes it easy to recover. So I'm sure you guys have done this, right? You ever pass to the corner and you're playing against Giannis or Anthony Davis, like in triple threat or something like that, probably even unlimited, and when you pass it, Anthony Davis or Giannis is literally all over you. But by the time they catch it and start shooting, it's a block. Like literally, the player is running towards you. When you pass the ball, you pass it to the corner, they have time to run towards you, stop, turn around, reverse course, and block the shot. And I'm not even mad that Anthony Davis and Giannis and like Mitchell Robinson or even Zion can do that. But and say they put out a young LeBron James, fine. Those cards, I shouldn't have to worry about that from everybody on the court. That's the thing. Now, from here on, everybody on the court can do that. That might happen to you with Russell Westbrook. It would definitely happen to you with Dwayne Wade. You know, so I just don't know where they go from here with all of this stuff. This card more. I'm not familiar with that card enough yet to really gauge where he is. Who else deserves a contract? Oh, Lance. Put some on Lance. I actually sold my Paul George and replaced him with Lance. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge has 22 Hall of Fame badges. I really wish I would have gotten that card. I ain't gonna lie. Like, listen, the KD, I'm realistic. I know that KD wasn't gonna show up. That's fine. But the Aldridge, that's 18 or so MT I'd rather just keep in the bank. Because I really just want to pick up the Westbrook and look at the Westbrook, see how he performs and how he feels. But now I'm going to have to spend some of that MT on Aldridge, so I might have to wait a little bit on Westbrook. But I believe... Oh, and we also didn't get Reggie Jackson. That's crazy. They didn't even throw me a Reggie Jackson? What's up with that, 2K? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, I think the pack odds on those lower rated cards should be way higher, man. You should be guaranteed a Reggie Jackson out of a box. That should be 100%. But that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Who else? Oh, that's who I want. I had to put one on this Jordan Clarkson. Well, he's got 10. Shumpert's got 10. Bump it, I do it anyway. All right. Oh, we got enough for one more. All right. So this is our fadeaway shot clock cheese pack. Last pack. Come on, y'all. At least Reggie Jackson. Come on, 2K. Do that for me. Do me that solid. Oh, man. They said in the face. In the face. Oof. Yeah, I can show Clay's price. Sell off for that much. Apply contract to player. Let me just apply this contract, and I will show you Clay's price. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll put it on Roy. Won't have to worry about him for a while. I'll put it on Marbury. Won't have to worry about him for a while, and we good to go. All right. Well, that's it. We got basically nothing. We got a bunch of Jeff Greens and a bunch of completely irrelevant diamonds. All right. So let's see Clay's price on the auction house. Let's see if he's on bid. I heard he was on bid. He should be, because he is not. Nope, he's not on buyout right now. But he's going for about 100K, so he'll be buyout soon. His auctions look like they're ending right about at 100K. I would definitely wait it out on Clay. I think he's going to be fairly cheap fairly soon. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes down to the, 60, 50, 40K area. I think he deserves to be, because this card is definitely not better than the old Kawhi Leonard. He's almost definitely worse overall as a card. I know his shot is probably pretty crazy. I'm hearing he's one of the easiest guys to shoot with in the game, and that's great. But so is Buddy Hield. And yeah, Buddy Hield's shorter, but who cares? Westbrook's price? Yeah, actually, I'm curious about Westbrook's price. Let's see. Let's see what the Brody's going for, because he is somewhat the priority. Because I don't think I ever did a deep dive on Westbrook, guys. Did I do a deep dive on Westbrook on this channel? I don't think I did. So, and if I did do a Westbrook, recommend some players to buy, I would need to know your team, man. What you running with? What are you running with? That's the main thing. Everybody you buy is relative to everybody you have and your play style. What do you like to do? So Westbrook is in the 80s-ish, I want to say. Let's see how low Russ is. Let's see 80K, what 80K looks like. Yeah, I looked over Diamond Westbrook stats and badges. Is he going for 76 yet? No. Okay, so Russ is plummeting in price. Absolutely plummeting in price. He's at almost 82K now. So we will eventually be getting this Russ. I'll be honest with you guys. I definitely want to I definitely want to try him. Yeah, I would love to try out KD. There's just no way I'm going to be able to afford that card anytime soon. I'm going to have to work the market this weekend, which honestly might be what I end up doing. But since we're all here, let's take a look at... Oh, look at this. I have one of the worst cards in the game. Very cool. Fun. All right. So, I got a pack waiting to be open. Oh, no more. Is that... What? Oh, that's Isaiah. Right. I'm bugging. Rank these three: MJ, LeBron, and KD. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. The best one is LeBron, and the reason being is because you can't replace LeBron. LeBron is number one is LeBron, because KD, you can run another card in KD's place and get similar production out of it. You can't. There's no other point guard that's got range extender, is 6'8", has basically a 99 speed, 99 dunk, and all of that stuff. Triple threat offline tips, sure. I can show you that right now. Well, we're gonna look at Jeff Green. We'll look at Jeff Green first, and then I'll go into triple threat and show you what I do to make sure I win every single game. And it's pretty easy. Now, because I'm showing you on stream, I will almost definitely lose that game. But trust me, this is the method that works basically all the time. This is how I Evo Jeremy Lin, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I just kind of put on Netflix and Evo, cards and run through that and get the rewards. All right, I did not put Jeff Green on this roster, so we are going to remedy that error real quick. Just name your team. Name your starting lineup. We'll just go by starters. I got nothing, Dope D. I ain't pulled nothing, man. I got blanked. I got abused, humiliated, destroyed, offended, bamboozled, hoodwinked, slandered. All right. Okay, and so I have the Diamond KD here, and so for people who didn't see my other stream, I'll show you what I was talking about with what I'm looking for KD and why I am excited about the card. Even though, no matter how excited I am about the card, I think he's grossly overrated right now. Almost no matter how good he is, because it's not because of him, it's how good everybody else is. It's how good, you know, Melo is. It's how good, what do you call it? Kawhi is. It's how good even Jimmy Butler is. It's how good T-Mac is, right? Like, if somebody told me they'd much rather run T-Mac over KD at the 3 spot, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. And I don't think KD can run the 4. I think KD is easily inferior to both Bam and Anthony Davis at the 4 because of the defense. You know what I mean? If you get switched onto a center with these guys, or if you're helping on a center with these guys, you're coming in very, very strong. KD, he's you know, his strength is very low and his rebounding is very low for a 4. Doesn't mean you can't run him at the 4. I just don't think that's optimal. I think he's so good at the 3 that you have to run him at the 3. Otherwise, you're greatly devaluing the card yourself. All right, so let's go into freestyle. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, guys. I'm glad to have y'all all up in here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Please subscribe if you haven't already. But I'm sure all of you have already done that because y'all my homies. All right, so you're running Diamond Luka at PG, Spider at the 2, Diamond Melo at the 3, Marcus Morris at the 4, Smits at the thing. So okay, so right off the bat, what I would tell you is you got to get Luka out of there for somebody with clamps. Anybody with clamps. You already have Chauncey. Another, probably the best cheap point guard right now is the best cheap point guard is probably Jamal Murray or Ja Morant. That's probably where you want to go with it. They're not the super strongest defensive players. Yeah, I'll show you what I do with Giannis. All right, so let's look at. All right, in fact, is Giannis on here? Yeah, Giannis is on here. I'll do that for you real quick. I'll do that for you real quick because we're having a nice little hangout stream. I already drew a few pages today, so I'm definitely looking to go. Okay, so one thing I do with Giannis, when people are sagging off of him a little bit, but they're not sagging off of him enough. So this is the only problem with Giannis, right? Giannis doesn't have range extender. So when you're here, people can wait here and try to bait you. Right? So what they're looking for is they're looking for a reason to either back off or a reason to come towards you. So what I do with Giannis when I'm in that position is very simple. I just momentum dribble and come back to the crossover like so. And when I do that, I can shoot. And if they bite on that, I can go. And it's that simple. Giannis is so powerful with the hop step. That's so strong that that's all you got to do. That's pretty much it. I mean, he has other stuff, and quite honestly, you know, I mean, his step back is amazing. Same thing, you can. So, but the thing is, if you go into the step back with Giannis, it really is to attack. You see how quickly he explodes out of that? That's why I find it absolutely laughable that anybody calls anybody better than this card. Nobody's better than this because he's just broken. Like, that's impossible to deal with, right? So with Giannis, because of his 86 ball control, you start off with the momentum and you can branch to anything. As you can see, his momentum wants to quickly lead him towards the basket, which isn't a problem because of that. Because of that gross hop step, the disgusting hop step, which should be banned. But out of his momentum, you can step back. And that momentum into the step back, look how smooth that is. You know what I'm saying? And so out of that step back, just find different branches out of that. So you can momentum, step back, momentum, go to the basket, get banged on. You can momentum, step back, pull up. If you're confident in Giannis' shot, you can momentum, step back, go to the basket, cross over. You know what I'm saying? You can give me the ball, Adam. All right, I'll take it from you. You can momentum, step back, momentum between the legs, go the other way. So his ability to he's such a threat going to the basket. You have to commit to putting a body in front of Giannis. And because his step back is so strong, you can start with the step back too. You don't have to start with the momentum. You know, if people are there and you want to clear space with them, you're talking about just the ability to take a wide angle with Giannis. You know what I mean? Take that wide angle. You see how quickly he gets out of that step back? That's the number one thing. And then right to the basket. So yeah, that's it. That's basically it with Giannis. Like, you don't have to do anything fancy with Giannis. Like, you don't have to do all of that. Just honestly, he's similar to Jimmy in that if you just like when somebody has a really nasty step back, you can just rock it because it creates space so well. You know, so I would say start from there because it's simple. It's just hold turbo and back with the right stick. And there's two parts to dribbling, right? Like, there's the stick skill and then there's the mind game of it. You know, and the mind game is, in a sense, more important than the stick skill. Because once you get the ability to do these dribbles over and over again at will, like whenever you want, the next thing is knowing when to do them. But the only way to find out when to do those dribbles is by trying stuff out. You know? So I can tell you right away, most people, when they see that momentum from Giannis, they just back off. And they give up the shot. So, yeah, I mean, he's completely unstoppable. He doesn't need range extender to be effective at all. Honestly, he's so good. I think range extender only makes him slightly better. The big difference with him that range extender would change is that it would make him better off the ball. But on the ball, you're trying to go to the basket with this guy. You know, you're trying to get buckets and force the defense inside so that other people could shoot the three. The open court go-to move, no troll is just a hold right stick. Like, seriously, I hold right trigger. But we can look at his full court moves. So his between the legs is not great. His behind the back is very good. His crossover is not great. Let's see if he has a glitchy crossover between the legs. Yeah, he does. He has the same one as Bam. So do the crossover between the legs. Cancel the crossover into the between the legs. It'll cancel the crossover frames and give him a stupid speed boost. A stupid speed boost. As you can see there. See how low IQ that speed boost was? That was horrendous. Somebody call Ronnie 2K. Oh, sorry. Did I recommend anyone for you to buy? Okay, so number one, I think the best point guard available to you is to Evo that Jeremy Lin. He's honestly the best cheap point guard in the game, costing 0 MT. But if you're just sitting on 10 MT and you want to buy somebody, then actually we can look at let's see what's available to us. We'll come back and do Jeff Green in a minute. Oh, you said he can speed boost out of his double cross too? Yeah. So there you go, man. Trow, I hope that helped you out with Giannis. But yeah, I highly recommend the Jeremy Lin card, number 1. From the 2 guard position, so you were starting. Who were you starting at 2 guard? Let me scroll up. You were starting Spider. That's fine. Who's off the bench? Lance. You're good at 2 guard with Lance and Spider. Okay, at the 3, we got to hook you up with Diamond Mello and Kelly Oubre. Oubre is okay as an off-ball character, but I think Mello, you need somebody who's better defensively. First, let me look at what I'm dealing with on my team. Let me look at my squad first and see who I have. Oh, you know who you should get? Get Paul George. He's only like 30K right now, and he's still really, really, really good. Paul George is only... Okay, you got 40K? I wouldn't say to spend... If you only got 40K, I wouldn't say to blow that much on Paul George. We could do better for you on a budget. And guys, for everybody in the chat, some people have asked me like about squad building. Just give me an MT amount, and we can build you a squad. You know? We can build a squad for that MT amount. So we're gonna look at our small forward position. So the best deals as small forward right now, Jimmy Butler is at the very top of the meta still. Don't listen to anybody else. He's an excellent small forward and he's affordable. So you can definitely get that card. He's actually the only small forward, the only true small forward in my lineup that I would recommend for purchase. Obviously, Jefferson is good. He's a little undersized. Oh, Bridges is also good too. Miles Bridges. He's super cheap as well. He's super cheap. Did they change Jim Jackson's animations? Not that I heard of. Not that I've heard of. So yeah. And also, don't sleep on that Ruby Klay Thompson. Even though he's low rated. Well, first of all, the low rating is good because it'll give you better matchmaking. What up, Jay Battle? He's still an excellent card in terms of defense and shooting. He's just a little slow. If he wasn't a 70 speed, I would actually highly recommend him. But if you can get him on the cheap, he's another really good one. Let's see, who else am I got? Who else do I have at 2 guard here that's affordable? If you can get this diamond token Isaiah Ryder, he's solid. Terrence Davis is also a very good card. Look at Terrence Davis real quick. See what he's bringing to the table. So he's got Hall of Fame range extender, gold clamps, gold quick first step. The only badge he's missing to be OP is I think Intimidator and Ankle Breaker. Those are the only two badges I would say he's really missing. If he had those two badges, I would actually put him up against most diamonds. All right, let's look at the market real quick. Search auctions. Let me see. Diamond. Small forward. Let's see if we can get you somebody. I mean, this Giannis is hella affordable. Who else is up there? Because the thing I always look for is clamps, Intimidator, good handles. And Danny Granger is also a real good card. This AK-47 is also a really good card. He has range extender, right? Yeah, this AK-47 will definitely make your squad a lot better, man. Does he have range extender? Oh no, I take it back. He doesn't have range extender. I never recommend cards that don't have range extender. I apologize. Delete that. Delete that message. He's a good defensive card. I actually do think he's a solid card, but in good faith, I just cannot recommend a card that doesn't have range extender at this point in the meta, especially when cards are so cheap. This is probably the best card you can actually buy. This Lamar Odom, he's a phenomenal card. Like phenomenal. He's so good in every way. He's still way better than, you know, people are saying. He's 6'10", 86 ball control, gold ankle breaker, gold clamps, gold intimidator. This card is basically perfect. The only flaw with he's got gold range extender. So honestly, if I was to say to buy one card, I would say buy this card because he's like the best. He's one of the best bargains out there. The next best is probably Jimmy. Is a really strong bargain. The old Kawhi is going to be a really strong bargain, but Jimmy's excellent, man. Jimmy's super excellent. And at center, I mean, you have a lot of options at center. Honestly, this new LaMarcus Aldridge, he's going to be really cheap. I would just hold out, let his price drop a little more, and pick him up when he's around 10, 15K. He'll definitely come down there. The best angle to get spacing for the pick and roll, top or wing. I think they're both fine. The wing, you're closer to the sideline, but the top you can get pinched easier for defenders. So it really depends on, you know, your spacing and whoever else you're running. All right, so let me do this real quick. We're gonna go into a quick triple threat offline so I can show you who is asking for that. Yeah, Slam U. I think Westbrook was a really good price for 60K. Although honestly, I would sell him back immediately for a higher price. I would sell him back right now because I think his price is going to keep going down. That's just my personal opinion. You know, that's where I stand with that. Get Kareem and Landry Fields. It's who I usually run because these are the cards I'm evoing. There you go. All right. So, okay, Surge Am. Yeah, so... Yeah, I would say definitely get that Westbrook now and make a profit off of him. Tips to work the market and make coins? Yeah. Okay, so the easiest way to make coins is to go to the silver filter, buy anything at 1,000 or less through a filter and sell it back for 1,200 or more. That's the easiest way, and it literally it always works. That's why I'm kind of dicey about spending any MT right now, because I know if I get any time this weekend, I can just do that and get enough MT to buy everybody. All right, so defensively, you just play defense as normal. Lock up, wait till the AI cheats you with animation, like so. Okay, so offensively, here's what you do. This is what I do anyway. I call quick isolation. I do it between the legs once or twice. I could have got him on the first one. Doesn't matter. I can just call it again. I usually don't call it again. Honestly, it always works the first time around. But there we go. Between the legs, dunk. Just do it every time. So if Kareem gets in a takeover, just post spin with him every time. Or, or whatever center you're running if you're running a big. So Kareem got a rebound, so his post takeover is going up. There we go. Double move, dunk. Just literally do that every time. That's why I watch Netflix when I do this, because it's completely brain dead. Like, you don't have to do anything. There's another thing that also does work if you're using a bigger character. I'll show you real quick. Okay, so if you're evoing a center, call pass and screen away, and just run at a diagonal towards the basket, like that, and you'll dunk, and you're good to go. So that's it for triple threat, man. You don't really need to do much else. I will say there's a couple of wrinkles that I can talk about a little bit. Let's try and stop the AI real quick. Of course, that goes in because there's no defense for triple threat. All right. So when you do this quick isolation, it helps to have three-point shooters because they'll help off the corner. And if they do help off the corner, Jeremy Lin is out of stamina. If they do help off the corner, would it work with Walker? Yeah, it work with Walker. Well, yeah, that'll 100% work with Walker. If they help off the corner, just pass into the corner. So that's why you want a three-point shooter there. And that's it, man. Sometimes I'll do dribble moves if I'm working on something, but there's honestly no need to do anything besides what I just showed you. Other stuff does work, but I think that's the easiest and most efficient. You know, that's the watching YouTube videos method, where you don't really have to think. All right, and now that I got Kareem here, so here's one little thing. So you call your post up. Whoever needs assists, what I try to do is go right away. You know what I mean? So that Jeremy Lin gets an assist, and that'll make your evos more efficient. And the other thing is, because you're using Evo cards, you're going against lesser competition. Although this stuff does work even if the computer uses overpowered stuff. And Jeremy Lin, phenomenal in-game dunker. Everything with him's really easy. But yeah, I think where the game is now, the good thing about all this power creep is, honestly, I think you can build your end of the year deck now. I don't think, in fact, they talk about pay to win. If you're a little patient, I don't think you have to pay to win at all, because you can just save up for the cards you want. They're all going to get much cheaper, like the Kawhi, who's already coming down in price. Michael Jordan's already coming down in price. And you can get all the cards you want, you know? And because you don't have to, the only thing you're going to have to upgrade as time goes on is the bigs are going to get taller, right? So what we're getting out of Bam Adebayo and Anthony Davis, we will probably get in taller cards at some point, right? So there'll be a KG or a Jeremy Lin running into the paint, ruining Kareem's dunk. There'll be, you know, a Kareem with range extender or something like that, and then you'll have to upgrade. But from positions 1 through 4, you don't have to upgrade beyond what's in the game now. Spreewell banged on everybody. The best way to run Braun with the non-shooting center, honestly, I wouldn't. I don't think there's any reason to. I think the shooting centers in this game are too good to inconvenience yourself that way. But to answer your question, because I don't want to be a jackass and not answer the question, but I do think it's just better to run him with a shooting center. Just play him more off ball, you know, a little more catch and shoot if that non-shooting center wants to cook. I think the only 2 non-shooting centers, maybe 3, you should be running are probably what's his name? Eaton, Galaxy Opal Eaton, Shaq, and Kareem. And Yao. Oh no, Yao can shoot. What am I saying? A Galaxy Opal Eaton, Yeah, PD, Shaq, and Kareem. Those are the only three you should be running. Everybody else that can't shoot, you should definitely be trading out, like 100%. Like if I'm gonna actually be giving advice, that would be the advice that I would give for sure. You should at least be upgrading to, you know, an Ayton or a Mark Gasol or something like that. But if you are running Shaq with LeBron, I mean, you can still run pick and rolls. You can also still run off balls. I believe Shaq has Hall of Fame brick wall, so his off ball screens should be good. That's what happens in Rec Center and Pro Am, right? Is when centers can't shoot, what they do is their off ball screens is where the power is. So you wanna run those off ball screens to utilize that center, because LeBron's still going to draw the attention. So LeBron draws the on-ball attention while you've got your off-ball stuff going on the other side, and that would be how I would use him. And I don't even consider Kareem a non-shooting big because I pulled packs already, got nothing, got absolutely nothing. I did get Jeff Green actually, and so let's look at Jeff Green's animations while we're here. I said I was going to do the separate deep dive with Aaron Gordon, and I didn't do it. I will do it this time, so there will be 2 deep dives. All of you guys watching this here don't have to click on the other video, but if you want to, just to help out the channel, that would be appreciated. But since you're all here, we're all hanging out together, let's look at Jeff Green's animations. Actually, before I do that, let me show y'all something I found with Brandon Roy real quick. Brandon Roy has one of the best step back mix-ups in the game, and it's not just because of his regular step back, which is pretty good. It's okay. His regular step back is okay. This is not that big of a deal. But this step back right here, that is so quick, man. And I think with him, that's the step back you use, which is very unique, right? Is to go into that step back with Brandon Roy, he explodes out of it super quickly. For me, that dramatically opens up his game because that's crazy, right? So I'm just doing momentum dribble, and then I'm holding down diagonal on the right stick, and then I'm launching out of it. Now, of course, you can shoot out of that if you want, but the fact that you can momentum down back on the right stick and then explode out of that automatically, that is sick. That right there, that makes him much more of a threat off the dribble because he's such a good shooter that you absolutely have to respect this right here. And I would say the thing is just master that shot so that you can bust this on people every single time. Because I believe he has all of the badges necessary to make that a viable shot for him. And because I've been greening it in practice like consistently when I'm practicing it. So he's got a nice big green window for that. You hit somebody with that a couple of times, now you've got this mix up all day, man. Out of that momentum dribble, you could do whatever you want. And then keep in mind, off the snatchback, you can go back to his hezzy game as well. You know, so this card is absolutely sick if you play into the card strengths. I think the people trying to put this card back in the meta are absolutely crazy. I think this card really does have the juice, man. I think he's still at the top with everybody else. I'm not saying he's better than anybody. I'm just saying if you play this card and you know how to use this card properly, you are definitely not at a disadvantage if you know how to use this card properly. Because that's one of the sickest little moves I've seen in the game for anybody. Alright, so let's move on to Jeff Green. Let's see if Jeff Green has any sauce. So I do think going forward, first of all, Jeff Green's kind of big, so that's cool. I think going forward, oh, he's got the hezzy! Alright! The way to have fun in this game is to play lower overall squads. And yeah, once in a while you're going to get a God squad, but most of the time you're going to be fine. Yo, let me tell you something. This Jeff Green is real fast for a card of this size. All right, let's see his full court dribbles real quick. Between the legs, behind the back. Let me tell you something. This Jeff Green has one of the best animation packages already. His crossover slow. Oh, his crossover behind the back's kind of slick. Between the legs, behind the back, that's actually pretty quick. Oh yeah, he can cancel it like bam. Look at this. Why do so many cards have that? That is so crazy. Let's see his step back. Oh, his step back is nice. Yo, I'm using this Jeff Green card. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I'm Team Green. Oh, he's got a... whose shot is this? Is that Karl Malone? Nah, it's not Karl Malone. Somebody has a shot like this. The only thing is, where's the greens at? I need a green. I need some veggies. I'm seeing a lot of white. Seeing a lot of white. Come on, Jeff. There it is. It's as the ball is going forward. A little long. There it is. Okay. Yeah, he's fine. Oh my god. If this card had range extender, I would be exaggerating right now. I am not even going to lie. See his dunk packages real quick. Yeah, this Jeff Green is nasty. Don't be fooled. Woof. Dunk packages is sick. His hezzy's ridiculous. What? The only thing, he's just not a good enough shooter for me to play like that with this card. That's the thing about Wade and Roy, is that they're like elite shooters, so you can like play around that. Whereas with Green, it's something you can do once in a while. You know what? Let me not speak too soon. Maybe just practice it and you'll be fine, because his rating's high enough. He doesn't have the badges to support it. The cancel window's quick too. It's early in the cancel. Yo, this Jeff Green is nice. This Jeff Green is nice. I'm feeling this Jeff Green. Uh-oh. Yeah, we definitely gonna do a separate deep dive on this Jeff Green for sure. What's his size up looking like? Yo, he explodes out of that behind the back mad quick too. Let's see his combo out of the left trigger. Hold on, let's try that again. What? Yo, this card is ridiculous. Well, if you're not opening packs, which you definitely should not be doing, I can say this Jeff Green for 1K is amazing on your cheap squad. His shot is a little on the finicky side, not gonna lie. It's very quick, a little weird, very unique, but it's definitely greenable. There's no problem with the green window, especially once you talk about floor general and dimer and stuff like that. I like this Jeff Green card. I wish his shot was just a little less high maintenance, because his shot is a little high maintenance, like in terms of you have to practice it. You can't just, it's not jump shots for dummies like some characters. But yeah, I like this Jeff Green. Let me look at his square button hop step. That ain't a square button high step. Come on, Jeff. Not in front of my friends. It's okay. It's not OP like Bam and Giannis, but it's good. Especially for a Ruby. Jeez. Yeah. Oh! Yo, this Jeff Green card is dope. He's definitely going on my lower overall squad. Oh, man. It's almost time for the Ruby All-Stars. All we need for the Ruby All-Stars is a center. Because that old cat is getting long in the tooth. That old Karl Anthony Towns. But yeah, Jeff Green has elite animations. He has a good shot. It definitely is its own animal, but you've seen a bunch of greens in a row, so you could definitely get the shot green all the time once you get used to it. Yeah, honestly, if this animation package was on a higher level card, oh my god. Look, keep your eye out for Diamond Jeff Green. Diamond Jeff Green come out, he might change the game. Diamond Jeff Green will be real. This card is real for a Ruby. So who were the other Rubies that came out? It was Derrick Jones Jr. and Clay. So that's 3 now that are at that high level. Yeah, it's almost time for my Ruby All-Stars. Yeah, this Jeff Green definitely gets a thumbs up from me. But alright, fellas, thank you so much for rocking with me. I'm about to go back to work now. The next thing you'll see from me will probably be a deep dive on Russell Westbrook. I'll work the auction house, try to get an affordable one, do a deep dive on that, and give my true recommendation for it. But I'm expecting him to be the best 6'3" card in the game. That's my expectation. We'll see if he lives up to that. Guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. It was so much fun rocking with y'all. I hope I've helped you all with your questions. And if you have any more roster questions, please either put them in the comments or send them to the Twitter, which is just at MeBroShow. And I think it's actually at MeBroShow, like the at symbol and then MeBroShow. Send it there, and I might even make a video on it. I might not even answer you in the tweet. I might just do a whole video on it. So when content dries up, we can all still come up here and hang out and talk about, team building and stuff like that. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one, and peace.